10,000 people per day are turning age 65. 4,000 people per day are turning age 85. 70% of those people are going to need long-term care for an average of 3.5 years. Now you can be the provider of that care in your very own residential assisted living facility, a licensed home designed to care for their daily needs. Get ready to attend our ALF Ownership Opportunity Meeting. This type of information has never been shared before. We're going to supply you with a complete A to Z blueprint that shows you how to go about opening up, owning, and last, operating a residential assisted living facility. So make sure you attend our upcoming event. Go to www.alfownership.com and register today.
Hey, how you doing? This is Robert King, owner of Harmony Homes Residential Assisted Living Facility and founder of ALU Assisted Living University. And today, I'm excited about today's training. I say that every time. I'm excited about the entire business opportunity as an owner of a residential assisted living facility. But now we're moving into business model 3. This is a 4-part series that I'm teaching on assisted living ownership. I begin with business model 1, business model 2, and now we're into business model 3. Many of you guys have called, you left messages, comments on the videos, and I appreciate those comments. I appreciate those calls. Our next university course is beginning to take place right now. And so people are now, I understand that they're really beginning to understand the industry, because now when I talk to them and I ask them, okay, which business model are you interested in? And they'll tell me which business model that they're interested in. Therefore, that means they're learning. And I appreciate you if what I'm saying is being taught in such a manner that you really understand it and that you're actually getting it. And that's very important to me. So here we go. Business model number 3. And again, I really like this business model because I actually started initially to get licensed with this business model. I went for this business model 3, and that was a mistake. I did not know anything about business model 4. Nor did I know anything about business model 1 and 2. I went for business model 3 because that's what I basically was told the kind of business that I wanted to have in the assisted living facility business. And so I went for business model 3. That's why I take my time to teach you all the models so that you can make an educated decision on which business model you want to participate in growing your assisted living business. And like the commercial just said, 4,000 people a day are turning age 85. And 70% of those are going to need assistance with their long-term living. And that's what a residential assisted living facility is. It's actually assisting people with their living, with their daily living. They can no longer take care of things themselves. So they move into a residential assisted living facility. And in that facility, we take care of their daily living, medication, feeding them, clothing them, making sure they get the proper nutrition, some activities, some socialization, some hope in their life, and just loving on them. And this residential assisted living facility model is we do all that in a home. You may have some experience with a larger facility, namely known in the independent living facilities, retirement facilities, nursing homes, large assisted living facilities. There's all type out there, but I love the residential model. It's smaller. It's designed where it's just inside a home. That picture you see on the screen is an actual home in Arizona that actually has an assisted living facility inside of it. So today we're going to talk about business model number 3. I'm so excited. I wish I had like a bell to ring. Ding, 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 ding. Business model number 3. And it's called Adult Family Care Home. AFCH is the title that they go by, the Adult Family Care Home. And if you want to participate in it, now pay attention now. I'm getting to the big bucks, y'all. I'm getting to the 5-figure income monthly type of opportunity through these adult family care homes in business model 3 and 4. So here we go, business model 3. Licensed by the state agency. Out here we call it ACA, Agency for Health and Care Administration. You're licensed by them. You must get your license through them, and because you're licensed by them, there's some regulations that you must go by through the state agency. The caregiver must live in the home. Hear me very clearly on this business model. On this business model, adult family care home, the caregiver, that's the person that's taking care of the residents, must live in the home. The home that you license to take care of the residents, you must live there. Don't even play that game with them and try to live somewhere else. They will find out. They will do spontaneous visits. And you don't necessarily have to be home 24/7, but that has to be your primary home. You must live there. Doesn't mean you can't go on vacation. Doesn't mean you can't, spend time away from the house. Doesn't mean you can't get people to come in and help you take care of your residents. But it does mean that has to be your primary residence. You must live in the home, unlike business model 4. All right, business model 3, adult family care home, licensed for 5 residents. They put a limitation on this business model. As an adult family care home, you can only be licensed for 5 residents, but that's good. 5 is good. And based on your location, again, we'll talk about what you can charge for your services and your fees. So business model 3, adult family care home, licensed for 5 residents. Okay, caregiver must attend 12-hour core training class. There's a class called core training. And in order to run this facility, before you open the facility, you have to attend a 12-hour core training class that will get you a certification as a provider. You'll be certified as a provider. I attended the class myself to learn the industry, and I'm a certified provider for an adult family care home. Technically mean I can open one anytime I want to in the state of Florida because I am a certified provider. When you attend Assisted Living University, that's one of the things that we're offering with our university. Man, I'm so excited about the ALU. I mean, people literally from all over the world are going to come and for 4 days be taught how to open, own, and operate their own assisted living facility. I'm so blessed to be the founder of that university. And when you attend that university, during those 4 days, we have incorporated through a collaboration with partnership of licensing facilities for them to come in and literally teach you and license you, or I'm sorry, not license, but certify you as a provider. Now, let me take a moment right there and clarify that because I made a mistake. There's a difference between certification and license. Licenses usually mean, matter of fact, always means you have to take some form of state exam to be licensed. Certification means you go to a class for a certain amount of hours and then you are certified because you have a certificate in that particular industry from that particular class. So as a caregiver and an owner of an adult family care, you have to get a certificate to be a provider. And to do that, you have to have a 12-hour core training course. And when you come to Assisted Living University, we are going to offer that as part of our package so that when you graduate as an ALU alumni, you now have a certificate as a provider and you've got knowledge. Forget about the piece of paper. The paper is cool. You hang it on the wall, put it in the frame. That's beautiful. But it's the knowledge that you get about the industry and how to take care of these people that's mostly important. So as an adult family caregiver must attend a 12-hour core training class here in the state of Florida and be certified as a provider. And you must pass the initial and annual inspections by the state agency. The state agency out here in the Southwest Florida area, or actually all of Florida, is ACA, We call it ACA, Agency for Healthcare Administration, and they have an inspection that comes out, an inspector that comes out and give you an inspection. You have to inspect it, and I tell y'all my story. I failed all of my first inspections when I was applying for this license because I had no idea what I was doing. The only inspection that I passed the first time is when ACA came out with their initial survey. Sometimes they call it survey. With their initial inspection, we passed that baby round the spot because we really put forth a lot of effort to learn how to make this thing come to pass. So you have to have your inspections through ACA, and then you have to have consistent inspections. Every year they come out and inspect you, and you got to make sure you're up to par, and that's a good thing. I don't look at ACA as the enemy. I don't look at ACA as the big bad wolf. No, ACA job is to regulate and police all these different agencies, and I would not want to put my parent or a family member or a love member in an agency that did not have some type of regulation and accountability for it. So this is a good thing as an adult family care home that you have this inspections that comes out and make sure your house is up to par. Now let's go into the floor plan. Remember, business model 3, adult family care home, license for 5. So I'm going to show you a floor plan where you can make this happen if you want to participate in this business model. Pay attention. Now, this is a typical split floor plan, and this 4-bedroom home. Now, let me clarify something right now before I get into this particular floor plan. You don't have to have a 4-bedroom home. The state agency, ACA, can license you up to 5. You can apply for a license as an adult family care and have 1 resident or have 2 residents based on the size of your home. Now, if you understand this industry, you don't have to apply for a license to just have 2 residents. You can be a private agency without license and have 2 residents. But when you start going 3 and above, you have to be regulated and licensed. But if you go for an adult family care business model 3 and you don't have the room for 5, you can be licensed for 4 or 3. That's really up to you and how many you want to service. So I don't want you to spaz out and say, I can't do this because I don't have a 4-bedroom home. No, you still can do this. You're just going to be limited to how many clients, how many residents. We don't call them clients, we call them residents. You want to just be limited onto how many residents you could actually have at any particular time in your facility. So now this one, 4-bedroom split plan. What I mean by split plan, if you can follow my mouse, on the east side of the house is your master bedroom. Over here is your master bedroom. This is where you have your own personal space if you want to set it up this way. Now remember, business model 3, adult family care home, you have to live in the home. So you want to make sure that you have space for you to live. You know what I'm saying? You can't, in this business model, you got to live there. You got to be there with the residents. So you need to have your own personal private space. Yes, they like family, but just like family come to visit you. They ain't all up in your master bedroom, all up in your business. Well, some family is, but I'm just saying, in this business model, you have to live in a home, so you need to have your home where you have your own personal space. So we got master bedroom over here on the east side of the house, and then we have the other 3 bedrooms on the west side of the house. We got bedroom 2, 3, and 4 on the west side of the house. Now you get to choose, where am I going to put these 5 residents? Remember, this is business model 3. I'm going for becoming licensed as an adult family care home, business model 3. And where can I put these 5 residents? Okay, so let's check it out. Let's see the best way to set this thing up. Now remember, you got room for 5. You got 3 bedrooms. They all have the adequate size. Size does matter because ACA has limitations on how many residents they'll allow you to put in each room based on their size. So these rooms are 11 by 6 by 12 by 6. All of those are big enough square footage to have 2 residents in each room. Okay, but now remember, business model 3, only licensed for 5. So no matter how big this house is, the state will only allow them to have 5 in this home as part of this business model. Okay, so let's check this out now. What can we do with this? Remember, this is a split plan. So the center is where all the activity take place. You got your family room there, you got the kitchen, you got the living room, nice fireplace, you got a little dining room. So right there in the middle, where the red is shaded in, that's where all the activity takes place. Over to the east side where the blue is, that's your personal private area. Nobody goes in there. That's your space. Remember, you live here because it's a business model 3, adult family care. That's your space for you and your family. Now you go to the west side. Now you have room for actually the residents. Okay, so let's break this thing down. How can I put 5 people in this house as a business model, assistant living facility, adult family care? Let's break it down. Here we go. You ready? Now you're going to see as the purple come on board, those are the 2 separate bathrooms. These are full bathrooms. You know, you have one in right by one bedroom, one kind of centrally located. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So let me see now. Let me show you how this is the advice I would give a client if they were looking to literally start their own facility in their home. Here we go. This is how we break this thing down. Up here in bedroom 1, I put 2 twin beds in that one room, and that sacrifices or is okay. And forgive me for a minute. I drew a blank. All right, let me take a break real quick. I drew a blank on that. I'm focusing so hard trying to do it right. I end up messing it up trying to do right. Let me loosen up a little bit. Here we go. All right, I'm excited for you. I'm pumped up and excited for you. So I got to explain this thing right. Okay, here we go. You see now up there, they call it bedroom number 4, where the 2 beds are. Those are 2 twin beds regulated by the state, size 36 by 72, that go in that one room. And then you'll notice also they have access, follow my little mouse here, they have access to a bathroom. See the purple? They have access to the bathroom. So now right here, based on the state regulations, you could have 2 people in this one room and they can share this bathroom. All right, notice they have no reason to come over here to the east side where you are. This is where they are. They have access to this bathroom. And then let's go a little bit further. That's just 2. Let's go a little bit further. Now what are we going to do? Well, down here we can put 1 queen size bed in here, and this person will have access to this bathroom. So this is a shared room. This is a private room. So now we have 3. 1, 2, 3 residents on the west side of the home. We're not done though, because we're trying to get licensed for 5. So now look what happens here. We put 2 more beds in this bedroom, and they have access to this bathroom. Are y'all following me? Boy, this is some good stuff, man. Oh my God. I tell you, if somebody had showed this to me when I got started, I would have saved myself a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of issues. And oh my Lord, you guys are so fortunate that you're being taught this information, because now you can make a business decision on which business model you want. And then you can pack up your stuff, come to Florida, and spend 4 days at the Assisted Living University and leave there with a packet with everything you need, as well as access to the vault. You get access to the membership vault, where you can always plug in and find out new things that you need to help your business grow, to own, open, and operate your own facility. We're never going to leave you alone as long as you're a part of ALU, the family. So now look at this. Let's kind of like recap this. This is an adult family care home, business model 3, license for 5. This is a 4-bedroom home with a split plan. East side, your side of the house. You and your family, you and your husband, or you and your wife, or I don't know who you working with over here. East side, you're real good. Middle of the house, that's where all the fun go down, all the activities. kitchen, the whole 9 yards, living room, family room, all that stuff, porch, little porch out here, a porch. All this is where all the activity go down. West side of the house is where your money is made. This is where your business goes down. This is absolutely excellent floor plan for a married couple who now the children are gone. The children are gone and living somewhere else, or you don't have any children, you don't have to worry about any of that, and you can turn your whole house. Now listen to me very carefully. You don't have to put 5 in your house. Remember, adult family care, assisted living facility, business model 3, you have to live in a home. You might take this bedroom right here and leave it vacant for your family when they come in town. Maybe for your kids when they come back in town. That's your choice. And then you have 4. That's your choice. But if you decide to max it out and have 5 residents in your adult family care business model 3, this is what it could look like. 2 residents in this bedroom that have access to this bathroom. They too share this bathroom. 2 residents in this bedroom, they share this bathroom. They have access to it. 1 resident right here, they share this bathroom. That's okay with the state of Florida. There's some regulations and some guidelines on how many persons per bathroom. You're within the compliances of what the state of Florida says you could do. And man, this is sweet. This is a very nice floor plan, a nice business model, and you can make this happen. And at ALU, we are going to help you. I want to move on to my next slide, but I'm going to slow down a little bit because I really want you to kind of look at this. Really kind of study this for a minute. And the beautiful part about video, when you're watching this, and that's why I take the time to record these, you can go back and play it again. You can rewind to this portion right here and kind of get an idea. And don't worry about the things you don't know. I have enough experience to show you what you need to know to get your business up and running. Remember, I want you to understand my story. I applied for business model 3, adult family care, initially when I came into the business because I did not know any better. I thought an assisted living facility, the business model 4, was for larger facilities only. There was no guidance and no directions, or I couldn't find it. I couldn't find anybody that could guide me and direct me and teach me the 4 different plans. I did find a company out of Tampa who claimed that they could do that, only to find out that they didn't know they knew a little bit more than I knew, but they didn't know enough to really guide me. And they charged a really hefty fee. I don't mind telling you, they charged me $2,500 to literally show me how to open, own, and operate a facility, and I paid them 1/3 of that, and they dropped the ball. They didn't do anything else for me, and so I didn't even worry about losing the $875 I lost. I just focused on my gain. And I said to myself that I am going to show other people how to do this so that they can have some direction, and that's how I birthed Assisted Living University. You are so fortunate because the need is great. The need is oh my God. Listen to me, people. The baby boomers haven't even gotten there yet. I'm a baby boomer. Baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964, and we are in our 50s. We haven't even gotten to the stage yet where we need help. That's the largest population in world history are the baby boomers. So what's going to happen when the baby boomers 10, 15, 20 years from now in that position where they're in their 70s and their 80s and they need help? Well, they're going to need somebody to care for them. You could be that somebody. And that shows you the growth of the industry. Right now, today, 4,000 people a day are turning age 85. So the services that's available in whatever state you live in is there right now and only going to get better. And that's what a business opportunity looks like. What kind of growth does it have? How can I scale my business that it lasts a lifetime and continues to make me a profit? Well, you're focusing on the needs of the people who are the elderly and who need assistance with their daily living. And this business model is a great business model for somebody who literally is at a point in their life where they want to just do something different, something that has passion and purpose, but also brings in profits. They don't want to run a non-profit business. They want to run a profitable business, and they want something that also benefits the people who they're servicing. And what greater industry other than the healthcare industry? What greater industry than taking care of the elderly or the disabled, those who can no longer take care of themselves? And it's adult family care. Business model 3 is an excellent business model, and I'm kind of passionate about it. I guess you can tell it in my voice, right? All right, let's roll on and let's talk about the money. Somebody said, show me the money. I know y'all screaming at y'all computer right now talking about show me the money. Well, here we go. Let's talk about some money. All right, now I always use the $3,000 per month training business model. Here's why I use the $3,000 per month. I use the $3,000 per month because I know that you can range how much you pay. What I mean by that, see, depending upon your location, I just talked to a guy today from Bakersfield, California, and based on his location of his home, it's not in the best location, low income location, but he feels that he can service the people in the community, but he knows he can't get this kind of money. So we're talking about, okay, then we have to be very careful at the overhead, what we're going to spend to make this thing happen on a daily basis, because we have less coming in. However, you're still going to make good income because you're taking a single family home with one roof and you're adding multiple people in there, so they're contributing to the expenses. So now, in his case, he may be on a lower spectrum because of his location, and he may only can charge $3,000. I'm sorry, forgive me, I made a mistake. He may only can charge $1,500. I've seen assisted living facilities as low as $1,500 a month. I haven't seen any lower than that. I've seen some $1,500 a month. Then I've seen some as high as $10,000 a month here in Florida. So there's a huge gap between the $1,500 monthly fee per person per month and the $10,000. Well, for training purposes, I don't want to go too low and I don't want to go too high, because I never want to give you false expectations. And there's no guarantee of income. There's no guarantee of profit. This is just for educational purposes. But I do use the same business model income that I use on my facility here in Southwest Florida, Harmony Homes. If you want to check us out, just go to harmonyhomes.us. And so $3,000 is kind of in the middle. I don't want to give you $1,500 amount. I don't want to give you a $10,000 amount. So I'm going to roll with $3,000 per month, and we're going to talk about this adult family care business model 3 and how the money can be generated into your home. Remember, adult family care business model 3 gives you the ability to have 5 people in the home. So now we're talking about $3,000 per month per person times 5, and now we're talking about $15,000 monthly gross income. Now listen, guys, this ain't no. Hey, I shoot straight from the hip. I ain't trying to hype you up. I ain't trying to psych you up. I'm just simply saying that business model floor plan I just showed you, adult family care, license for 5, you could generate $15,000 a month coming into your home easily, because you provided a service that's needed. Not everybody wants to go to the larger facilities. Some people want to be in a smaller facility. You provide that service, and so now we're talking about bringing in $15,000 into your home. Just think about that for a moment. $15,000 a month coming into your home in your business. So now let's talk about, okay, what's that's going to cost me, Rob? So, okay, yeah, I got $15,000 coming in. Now, what is it going to cost me to run this thing? It's going to cost me $17,000 a month to run it. What is it going to cost me? Well, I'm being I'm kind of on the high side. I didn't go low. When I selected $8,000 monthly operation expenses, I looked at all the parameters that you need to spend money on, and I came up with a basic budget for you of $8,000. Now, of course, when you come to ALU, we break that down. We go into what every thing costs. We go into what are your base costs, what are your costs that fluctuate, your food costs, your utility costs, your mortgage payment. We break it down, your staff. We break all that down for you so you'll know what your overall monthly operation expenses should be. Of course, it always varies from facility to facility. But let's look at this thing. $15,000 a month coming into your home under one roof. You're taking care of 5 elderly. And let's say it costs you $8,000 to do that. Paying your staff, taking care of your mortgage, taking care of your utilities, buying the food, making sure everybody's happy. It costs you $8,000 a month to do that. That's $7,000 monthly net income. Let me take a break, get a sip of water, man. I get excited about this. Are you with me out there? That's $7,000 monthly net income. See, your gross was $15,000 a month. You spend $18,000 a month running the operation. That's $7,000 a month left over for you as your income. And that can grow, that could shrink depending upon how you handle your monthly operation expenses. And at ALU, we really dig deep in MOEs. That's monthly operating expenses. We dig deep to try to show you ways to cut that cost. We focus on a lot of things at ALU, but we focus on marketing, getting that house full. We focus on, that's the income. That's how you get your money coming in, getting your house full. So you got to market it. You got to get the exposure so people can know your 3 W's, who you are, where you are, and what you offer. What makes you different. So we focus on that. But then we say, now, you're getting them in the house. You got them in there. They bringing you $15,000 a month. You got 5 residents. Each one of them are paying you $3,000. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord. You're doing great. Okay, here we go. Now let's talk about MOE, monthly operating expenses. How do we keep that low? What things can we use? We provide you all the resources that we use at ALU that'll help you lower your expense. We provide you our insurance carrier. We show you how we go about shopping for food. We show you how we take care of our different utilities. We show you how we lower our costs with our groceries and stuff. So we provide you with everything that you need at ALU that helps you lower your MOE. Because the lower you can get your monthly operation expenses, the more monthly net income you keep in your pocket. Boy, that's good. I know somebody right now probably high-fiving the computer right now, right? This is real, y'all. That's why I call this America's untapped business opportunity. This ain't no joke. This is real. We opened our doors March 2015, and by April, matter of fact, it was March 14, 2015, and April 1, we had our first residence, and she's been with us ever since then. By April 22nd, we had our second residence, and literally since then, we have always had somebody in the house. Every residence in my home pays a minimum $3,000. Well, I always break it down a little bit lower. It's $2,995 a month. Every residence minimum pays that to stay in our facility. We're licensed for 8. I'm telling you, this is real. You just not been exposed to it. So now you're kind of cautious and you're what's the word, suspicious. You're not sure, and that's cool. Approach with caution, but approach. Ray Kroc says the best way you can become successful is to be in a position to see an opportunity, i.e. McDonald's, and do something about it. The Bible says faith without works is dead. So the faith can be there, but the works got to be corresponding action. So you can believe in the system by coming to the ALU. I'm taking away the fear and the doubt by giving you the preparation. But you're going to have to put the work in, knowing that I can make this thing happen. Boy, that's good. So let's check this out. $7,000 net a month. How much money is that a year? It's $84,000. And that's business model 3, adult family care. So you're almost making $100,000 a year annually net. That's net, y'all. $100,000 a year, $7,000 a month out of your house. Stop right now. Look around. Yes, that house that you are living in, that you may have won through your divorce, like in my case. That house that your kids grew up in, now they're gone. That house that you're renting and you can still have access to do this in. That house that's costing you money right now to live can now bring you money. And that's the beauty of this opportunity. So I want to make sure you get this in your spirit. A business model 3 is an excellent business model. In my opinion, you might want to start off with an adult family care. A business model 3, and you live there and you work that thing and build that thing and get that thing going. Then you got 5 residents in, you got all the kinks worked out, you flowing, you got it going, and you got this big master bedroom over here that can hold 2 more residents. And now you can take this thing and say, you know what, I'm going to business model 4. I'm flipping this baby from a adult family care license for 5. Now I'm going to an assisted living facility license for 8. But wait a minute, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to get you too excited about that. I want you to focus on business model 3 right now, adult family care, and look at the breakdown of it. So listen, guys, I hope this bless you. Matter of fact, I ain't even got to hope this bless you. I know that this kind of information, this kind of knowledge bless you. And I always say this, listen, I know I ain't the best speaker in the world. I know I ain't super articulate. And I know there's a lot of people out there that blow me away when it comes to speaking. But I will assure you, ain't nobody got the kind of passion I got. So like my daddy say, eat the fish and spit out the bones. Take what I'm saying more important than how I say it. Does that make sense? Ooh, that's good. Is somebody recording this? I need to write this down. Take what I'm saying as more important than how I say it. Eat the fish, baby, because that will nourish you. That's one of the best meals you can eat. But spit out the bones, because that'll kill you. So if I don't say something the way you want me to say it, or the way you think I should say it, because of who I am, spit that baby out and just hold on to what I say. And the adult family care, AFCH, adult family care home, can turn your whole life around. Now check this out. You can't have but one of these. You can't open multiple adult family care homes because you got to live in them. This is not the business model for you if you're trying to multiply. See, I didn't know that. Nobody told me that from the beginning, and that's why I made the mistake. I consider it a mistake, but it also became a blessing because I had to go through the process, and now I get to share that process with you. But you can only have one of these, but one is enough if you're just trying to build yourself a good sustainable income. Is this making sense to y'all? Thank you. Somebody hit me on the chat box and let me know if this is making sense to you. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. Hallelujah. Somebody's excited. They even spell hallelujah right. Somebody's saying bless the Lord. Somebody's excited. Somebody's saying we finna rock. What did it say? We finna rock one in Texas. I hear you. I see you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So listen, let me make sure you understand this, guys. You do not want to miss any of these trainings. You do not want to miss any of these trainings. And the only way you can ensure that you do not miss any of these trainings is to literally subscribe to my YouTube channel. You want to visit my website, alfownership.com. You want to make sure that you put in there your name and your email address so I can send you weekly updates. There's my website up here right at the top, alfownership.com. You want to also hit that subscribe button on the video that you're watching right now, and that'll get you in the loop. Or you can hit the subscribe button right here on my YouTube page, and that'll put you in the loop. You do not want to get out of the loop. You want me to keep sharing with you this information so you can get more and more ammunition to go out there and have enough faith to get your business going. I am currently operating Assisted Living Facility Business Model 4. And in next week's training, I'm going to break down Business Model 4, the ALF, License for 8. But I'm letting you know, whichever business model that you choose, you come through ALU, Assisted Living University, and we are going to make sure that you get everything you need. Of course, I cannot take away the fear, but let me explain to you as I close how powerful fear really is. Fear is there to cover you and protect you. I don't know why I'm talking about this. This ain't even part of what I do, but somebody must needs to hear this. Fear is good. Fear is not bad. Remember, fear came upon you when you were a child. In my case, I was afraid of the dark. And when my mother would say to go to bed and turn the lights out, I was afraid in the dark that what was creeping around, what was going to come from under my bed, what was coming out the closet. Oh my Lord. We lived in the Midwest Indiana, and I had to go downstairs in the basement. And when I would go downstairs in the basement, remember, the light at my house was at the bottom. The light switch at the top didn't work. You had to go down there and pull a little chain, turn the light on. So I had to walk down the stairs in the dark afraid to turn the light on. And then when I got down there and had to come upstairs, I had to turn the light off. Watch this now. Turn the light off downstairs. Now it's totally dark, and run upstairs. Oh my Lord, I was so afraid of that. I'm like, ain't no telling what's down here in this basement, right? So fear came into my life to protect me. It wasn't until I hit age 50 before I understood and realized what fear really was. Fear came to protect me. Fear wanted to keep me in my comfort zone. So now that means fear only raises his ugly head when you step out of your comfort zone. Why? Because from the time you were a child, fear's job is to protect you. So the moment you step out of your comfort zone, fear wants to put you right back where you are, because that's where you're comfortable, and fear wants to protect you. So now understand, if you redefine fear, there's a possibility you can move into areas that you never moved into, but you have to learn how to take fear with you. Okay, let me explain that. Okay, so fear, it wants to keep you in the comfort zone. The moment you step out of the comfort zone, fear wants to bring you back. Well, what you do is you don't shrink back to the comfort zone and stay there, because you'll never grow. You go from kindergarten to first grade. You must do that. But it's fearful to go into that first grade class with all those other kids. Fear wants to keep you in kindergarten. So what you do is, to redefine fear, is you move from kindergarten to the first grade, and you talk fear into going with you. Whew, that's good. You tell fear that, listen, I know you've been covering me from the time I was born. I know you want me to stay in kindergarten because you're trying to protect me, and I appreciate that. Stay with me, but here's what we're going to do, fear. Let's go to the first grade. So I need you to come with me. So that's how come you feel fear when you go do something. Ever went somewhere and you was afraid? Ever had to go speak publicly and you was afraid? Ever thought about opening a business and you were afraid? That's good. You did it anyway because you brought fear with you. So fear goes to the first grade with you. Now here's the beauty of redefining fear. When fear is educated to the next level and goes to the first grade with you, fear will never take you back to kindergarten. Because fear no longer fears that. It's in the first grade now. Oh my God. So when now you go into the second grade and to the fifth grade. Now you're going to go into high school, and you are afraid because fear has never been to high school. Fear went to the first grade with you. It went to the second grade. It went to the fifth grade. It went to the seventh grade. It went to the eighth grade. But fear has never been to the ninth grade. Fear has never been a freshman. So now you got to talk fear into going into high school with you. And fear will go with you. Why? Because fear will go where you take it. If not, you still be in the kindergarten. And that's how life is. So maybe you need to redefine fear. You may have some fear about entertaining this business opportunity. That's good. Bring fear to the ALU with you. Bring fear to the Assisted Living University with you. Bring fear on the tour of Harmony Homes with you. Bring fear as you sit and watch these videos and these training. Bring fear with you and take fear to another level, and let fear become a part owner of your Assisted Living University, of your assisted living facility. Let fear collaborate with you as you grow. And I can't take the fear from you. But there's one thing I discovered about fear as I redefined it. If I prepare myself, if I learn some instructions and some directions on where I'm going to, then fear seems to be less impactful. Although it's with me, it's not as strong because I'm prepared for the next step. Assisted Living University, ALU, prepares you for the next step. And we never leave you alone, because we know that the moment you get your first call, fear going to raise its ugly head. We know the moment your first residents move in, fear going to raise its ugly head. And that's why you have access to the membership vault. So you can go into that vault and watch some videos and hear the testimonies of other LLF owners, and hear the testimonies of other people. They're bad, they're good, they're ugly. Get some tips, some techniques, some strategies that'll help you run your business. So now if you're dealing with a disgruntled employee, you can go into the membership vault and somebody has already posted on how to deal with that employee. If you're dealing with the DCF coming in and inspect, somebody in the vault, include me, has dealt with it, and we're going to show you how to deal with it. If you're concerned about marketing, somebody in the vault has already posted on how they use a technique that helped them. I'm building a vault of people who've been there, done that, so you don't have to worry about it. That's the power of ALU, and that's my purpose and my passion. So you do not want to miss any of the videos that I post. I post with a purpose. I don't post to play. I don't post for likes. I don't post and upload videos just for a following. I post for a purpose. I want to give you value so that when I put something up there, it changes your life. And in this industry, Assistant Living University is the place for you to be. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you keep listening, and make sure you keep learning. And I'm going to close the way I always close. When your heart is right with God, and your desire is to please God, God is obligated to bring you into the company of the people that you need to know, to the knowledge of the things that you need to know, that is critical to your success and destiny in life. When your heart, I'm going to say it again, when your heart is right with God and your desire is to please God, God is obligated to bring you into the company of the people that you need to know, into the knowledge of the things that you need to know, that is critical to your success and destiny in life. God bless you. See you next week.